Your isolation exudes strength. You've perfected the art of self-control, while others strive for acceptance. This independence shines brightly, attracting jealous looks from those who are still subject to other people's viewpoints. You remain steadfastly in your lane, intent, unconcerned, and unreservedly genuine. Just forward mobility on your own terms, without any drama or distractions. They are aware that this one concentration achieves what their dispersed energies could never. Because you are unique and a loner, others are envious of you. As they see you flourish and you're alone while they drown in their relationships, the reality strikes them every day. That attraction to you, even when you want to be alone, their spirit is realizing what their conscious intellect is unable to: genuine power. Something within of them is awakened by your very presence, causing both desire and unease at the same time. You've known and understood that you function differently since you were a little kid. It wasn't fantasy. Rather, it was the reawakening of your latent abilities. Your soul had a heavenly GPS, while others were still spiritually unaware. The cosmic downloads you received early caused fundamental differences in your operating system that no amount of socialization could overcome, even though they follow mapped routes created by collective limitation. You were marked by the universe from the start. This branding was deliberate, not arbitrary. There are particular divine instructions in your coding that only activate when they are activated. Instinctively, you zag when everyone else zigs. This is cosmic alignment with your original plan, not revolt. Your spirit's pattern breaker energy has a greater purpose. It breaks down hardened mental models that restrict human potential. New opportunities arise because of the energy fissures in reality, caused by your divergence route. You've perfected the holy art of standing apart, while the majority strive for praise from others. Their ingrained desire for continuous connection is threatened by this autonomy. When your greatest strength is your capacity to detach from communal illusion, they label you antisocial, as if it were a weakness. Their willful confinement inside the approval matrix is exposed by your ability to operate outside of it. Their notion that value is determined by outside affirmation is challenged by every time you spend in self-contained satisfaction. That distance people say is frigid or aloof, your objective is protected by a pure spiritual force field. Observe how they attempt to go over it in order to get you into their drama and their insignificance. Their innermost insecurity, the worry that they could be squandering their lives on pointless endeavors, is triggered by your rejection. The calm core you maintain despite communal turmoil reveals expertise others secretly covet but pretend to pity. Their efforts to undermine your balance reflect their uneasiness with your quiet. People circle around your mystery because you retain the gravitational pull of authenticity they abandoned long ago. They feel that you have retained your sovereign link to the energy source, whereas they sold away. Their need for your approval becomes stronger the less you pursue it. According to cosmic law, there is an inverse link between your independence and their interest. Pursued power repels sincere connection, but authentic power attracts effortlessly. Around you, the contradiction generates ongoing tension, which other people see as charm. There is an underlying power that they are subconsciously aware of when you are prepared to go alone. You show mastery others haven't attained each time you choose isolation over fleeting connection. Their jealousy, cloaked as worry, is triggered by this. As they wallow in the loneliness of fake relationships, they wonder, don't you get lonely? Their dread of confronting the void is concealed by their constant efforts to entice you into pointless social routines. In fact, these exchanges make them uncomfortable. Your self-control reveals the reliance they have accepted as a healthy relationship. Your most precious development is represented by those times of seclusion that others find pitiful. The cosmos carefully eliminates individuals from your way during these cosmic cocoon stages to make room for your energy growth. Higher downloads, sans static, are made possible by the heavenly powers clearing your zone of interference. In these tower moments, when everything around you crumbles, your intuition becomes 10 times more powerful. For you, the barrier between dimensions thins. While some people are deaf to cosmic communication, others receive messages with crystal clarity. To the untrained eye, what seems like loneliness is actually the downloading of wisdom straight from the source. There is a fundamental spiritual function to these times of divine quarantine. Each one further distances you from the collective by recalibrating your frequency to a higher vibration that fewer souls can match. These cycles of isolation occur according to cosmic time rather than human arrangement. Just when you need to upgrade your energies, the universe draws you into seclusion. Giving in to these times speeds up your growth, while fighting them builds resistance. You vibrate differently when you come out, carrying new codes that others can't access but intuitively understand. Around those wearing masks that others cannot see, your truth detector immediately becomes active. You are harmful to those who are living inauthentically because of your acute vision. As they engage in complex charades, your gaze pierces the act to reveal the reality below. You can tell someone has sincere intentions before they are completely developed. Because of this, manipulation in your presence is impossible. Your heightened vision makes the emotional hidden motives, the subtle power maneuvers, and the unsaid demands all clear. That paranoia people accuse you of just symbolizes your third eye refusing to stay blind. The warning signs you get about some individuals come with such vigor precisely because the cosmos protects its chosen instruments. Your intelligent alarm system performs at optimum sensitivity for your safety. When you express painful facts, their defensive response validates your correctness. Observe how they resist your most accurate observations the most. Their opposition is proportionate to how aligned you are with the truth. You've seen them more correctly the more strongly they deny. Despite their efforts to undermine your confidence, this confirming reply pattern supports your views. They wish they had your bravery more and more the more they condemn your rote. Every contemptuous remark conceals a profound adoration that they are unable to admit, even to themselves. How strongly it awakens their own unspoken inadequacies is shown by their drive to minimize your uniqueness. They try to downplay what essentially terrifies them by labeling it as strange, overly intense, or overthinking, for the purpose of avoiding facing their own spiritual blindness. They must label your amazing vision as flawed. They rationalize being content with limitations by pathologizing your talents. They stay imprisoned within every time you calmly leave the pandemonium. Their jealousy increases rapidly. Their awareness of their own bonds is triggered by your liberation. Setting boundaries is a sign of sovereignty that they secretly want for, but are afraid to exercise in their own lives. You experience energy frequencies that are entirely invisible to the human senses. You don't just feel emotions. That intense sensitivity in crowded settings, everything is picked up by a pure spiritual antenna, including soul history and surface ideas. You process full-spectrum energy information, whereas others just record fundamental emotional data. In public settings, the deluge of feelings that overwhelms your system is not a sign of malfunction, but rather of enhanced perception. Your nervous system functions as advanced technology intended to provide multifaceted awareness. This deep sensitivity simultaneously absorbs the collective's unhealed traumas and processes the teachings your soul has to teach you. Your requirement for recuperation time after social engagement may be explained by this dual processing mechanism. Your system's capacity to handle twice as much energy with little filtering is an indication of advanced soul capability rather than weakness. Your increased receiving capacity is closely correlated with the fatigue that follows interpersonal engagement. The typical barriers that keep most people blissfully numb to the frequencies around them are absent from your energy field. While others remain spiritual civilians, you become an active warrior as a result of this unseen training. In reality, the same sensitivity that people interpret as weakness is a manifestation of highly developed spiritual technology manifesting in your physical body. You are able to identify disturbances in the field that others cannot see until they emerge because of your enhanced receptivity. This early warning system detects energy corruption prior to physical crystallization, which is an important evolutionary function. Your discomfort in particular circumstances indicates correct evaluation of polluted frequencies, not personal limitation. Only the rarest among us answer the phone. Yet anybody may hear messages like this, chosen one. This is the time your soul signed up for before you ever breathed. And the weekly chosen ones reunions are returning, this time on Zoom. A gateway opens once a week, but only those who are initiated will notice it. One thing became evident to me when I faced the archons outside of our reality. Genuine selected ones are few. They chuckled at the idea of us meeting. But now you're seeing this message. Not everyone who claims to have awakened should join the Obsidian Inner Order. We are the ones who have seen behind the veil, heard the call, and possess the unmistakable frequency. Join our weekly group call to share your experience. Find out if your experiences match the real warning indicators that the archons are afraid about. Just the recognition of one another by the selected ones. Our frequencies intensify as we unite, producing an unstoppable power. To discover every single one of us, we will be broadcasting live to the whole Astral Atom Network. In the description below, click the link right now. It's time to quit speculating and validate your suspicions. Are you really selected, or are you just interested in waking up? Show it. Come along. The Obsidian Inner Order has the confirmation you're looking for. You endure, process, and transform these energies, often without acknowledgement or assistance. Yet the mental storms you suffer in secret would destroy an unprepared awareness. Ordinary resilience is surpassed by this invisible strength. With your special energy processing system, you transform intensity into knowledge rather than just surviving it. Beyond your awareness, the energy alchemy you do subtly advances communal consciousness. Unconsciously, your system transforms heavy energies, and your very presence serves as a purifying function. This invisible cosmic labor is reflected in the exhaustion that follows strong emotional processing. Giving someone your whole attention is like a spiritual experience for them. Your whole presence, which is uncommon in our busy society, pierces their social mask to hit something fundamental. This explains why people remember even short encounters with you. In social situations, you inhabit physical space, while your awareness concurrently investigates other levels. The unique energy signature that others find intriguing and enigmatic is the result of this divided consciousness. Your energy field touches levels near conventional consciousness and reaches far beyond your physical form. People feel that you have access to something that is not part of everyday reality. Despite your lack of performative sociability, they are drawn to you because of this inexplicable trait. Often, their most extravagant displays don't have the same magnetic draw as your quieter moments. Their interest and envy are fueled by this natural attraction. Energy vampires are recognized by your spiritual perception before they finish 3 phrases. Unauthorized extraction efforts are detected by your energy system, which is why you are experiencing unexpected fatigue, an odd headache, and an unexplainable change in mood. These alerts prevent the unintentional depletion of your finite resources. Watch out for purported supports who leave you feeling worn out after their meetings. Their worry conceals unintentional eating habits. False support drains Genuine support energizes. Under the pretext of help, their wants produce unseen energy links that are meant to be extracted rather than connected. When you eventually cut off your energy supply, observe their haste to find other sources. The unconscious parasitic dynamic they maintained is exposed by their desperate recalibration. The more heavily they depended on your energy to keep their systems functioning, the more strongly they reacted to your limit. Your no is a spiritual edict that safeguards your heavenly duty. It goes beyond simple choice. Every barrier establishes cosmic precedence by communicating your energy standards to the cosmos. These proclamations shift life energy away from the comfort of others and onto your holy mission. You bolster your energy sovereignty every time you respect your desire for space in the face of outside pressure to fit in. These self-honoring decisions add up to unbreakable spiritual armor. The long-term depletion of weakened energies is much worse than the momentary agony of establishing limits. Your limits serve as highly developed energy filters that increasingly distinguish between what increases and what decreases. With every brave application, this filtering algorithm becomes more sophisticated. The long-term harm of energy compromise is more significant than the temporary rejection you fear causing. Beyond what is commonly understood, that quiet voice warning you against decisions that appear reasonable bears cosmic knowledge. These intuitive reroutes are how your higher self protects your destiny. The abrupt, unexplained dislike of some individuals and circumstances is a sign of divine timing shielding your path from disruption. The need to retreat that others find incomprehensible has a specific spiritual purpose. The workings of these heavenly timing devices are not visible to the naked eye. Observe how circumstances you instinctively avoided eventually expose their really harmful character. Your inner guiding system is validated by these retroactive affirmations. Prior to cognitive comprehension, your intuition communicates via bodily feeling. Your body converting spiritual information into physical language is symbolized by the tightness of your chest, the tightening of your belly, and the abrupt reduction in vitality. Your evolutionary process is accelerated when you learn to recognize these signs before logical explanation can be offered. Your current state of isolation is a perfect spiritual prelude to soul-matching relationships. Your frequency is adjusted throughout this calibration phase to correspond with those deserving of your developed energy. It is cosmic orchestration, not human scheduling or conventional expectations, that determines the divine timing of meaningful connection. In order to expedite your route, the universe systematically sets up synchronous meetings. When your frequency aligns with their function, these linkages come into play. These heavenly engagements cannot be forced until energy alignment takes place, no matter how hard one searches. The quality of the connection later on is directly impacted by your patience now. Maintaining harmony in future relationships will need more than just lowering your light. Relationships that are soul-aligned enhance your brilliance, rather than diminish it. The proper individuals, without compromise or change, connect with your genuine frequency. Beyond rational assessment, soul tribal identification occurs instantly. When you meet the people chosen for your trip, you will feel a deep sense of familiarity. This realization activates at the soul level with unquestionable certainty, transcending personality. These relationships have pre-incarnate contractual energy intended to assist certain facets of your goal. Your unique frequency is a symbol of finely calibrated instruments for particular spiritual activities. Thus, it was never an accident. Quit apologizing for characteristics that unnerve regular people. Your cosmic mission was not allocated to them. It's their restrictions, not your flaw, that make them uncomfortable with your energy. Your most potent spiritual talents are made up of the exact traits that others have most brutally criticized. Essential elements of your distinct spiritual technology are your sensitivity, intensity, self-perception, and desire for isolation. These characteristics were deliberately chosen for your unique soul assignment, rather than being dispersed at random. Instead of being isolated to punish you, you were set aside to be maintained for a very special reason. Your special powers were protected from homogenization by this protective differentiation. Your soul's opposition to energy compromise was represented in your trouble fitting into traditional norms. You activate your greatest timeline and become a living channel for real power when you completely accept your unique creation without regret or justification. The collective awareness is affected by this unrepentant embodiment. Your consent to live differently gives others tacit clearance to take back their individuality. Now that your consciousness has been raised, you can see the flawless plan that guided you. You are protected from energy negative entanglements by the rejection that hurt you. The essential evolution was made possible by the seclusion that caused you pain. Your distinct viewpoint was shielded from impurity by the misconception that annoyed you. Every traumatic event has a divinely inspired purpose for your spiritual growth. The cosmic intelligence that led you worked with deliberate purpose, establishing the ideal circumstances for your awakening. Your objective surpasses ordinary success. Hence, your path never followed the typical trend. You were steered from constrained results toward boundless possibilities by the diversions, delays, and disappointments. In reality, what seemed like a setback was a cosmic course adjustment. There are certain instances on your chronology when divine intervention changed your direction. These times, which are often seen as failures or losses, are important realignments with your greatest timeline. The seemingly arbitrary disappointments included particular recalibration code that was essential to your final goal. This is a distinct operating system that is necessary for your cosmic job. Your spiritual efficacy is made possible by the same special arrangement that made traditional belonging challenging. Your unique energy profile, which carries certain frequencies required for planetary growth, plays a crucial role in the collective awakening. The exact vibrational coding required for collective change is included in the same characteristics that gave rise to social issues. In reality, your alleged flaws are sophisticated talents created at this pivotal evolutionary period. The qualities that others tried to fix or cure have a holy significance that is beyond our normal comprehension.